For some reason, the quality is so shitty on YouTube. Oh, they saw kitties. It's okay, kitties. They eat it as fast as I put it down. Hey, you like that setup? It's okay. These are some great kitties, really. There's some awesome cats out here. They're all awesome. Hey guys. Okay, sweethearts. Hey, big blackie. I'll keep coming out here for you guys. It's okay. Alright, I might as well put the rest of the food out now. Put some more out for you guys. Looks like they don't have any water either. It's okay, guys. Consider you 5 people, 1 person liked the stream. Lucky, because generally people that do this content feed cats, homeless cats. They get thousands of viewers, or at least hundreds, on any platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. The people that feed cats, they generally get thousands of viewers. And that's their thing. They're like, that's my shtick, I feed cats. Me, this isn't my shtick. You know, I'm a writer. This is just what I do. This is just a part of my life. I'm the content. You know, that's what separates me from all the other cat feeding content. But then I get less viewers than every single one. So it's gonna listen. There's a kitty over here. She didn't know about the Thank you, Navi. She didn't know about the feeding. After everything I've done in my life, my legendary fucking life, Gonzo education, that's just a brief part of it. I got 4 viewers and 1 like. Yeah, I'm never gonna forget this. Rust Revolution, what do you think about that? Like, you actually like remember from 5 years ago somebody on live streaming? Like, that tells me a lot about you, dude. Whatever. Average teacher? No. Incredible teacher. Extraordinary teacher. That's fucking so lame, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna read the chat just because that's like such a lame comment. For one, I haven't seen that GX in the chat in 5 years. And also, like, you guys just like pause, like you only watch certain streamers and you think you're part of their lives or something. And then like, I've made 5,000 videos since GX in the chat, but you're one of the people that's like too old for TikTok, I guess. Even though that's like, and you're stuck on those live streamers with the bots, and dude, it's not aging well for them. Are they making shorts of their pointless streams with preloaded chats, trying to convince people that they're more famous than they are? Well, having employees on the inside helps them immensely. Paid employees that work for YouTube, that work for TikTok. But come on, man, words of advice. I'll give you a free lesson here that makes you look very uncool. You know that song that you're quoting, those lyrics, you can't even find that song on YouTube because it's so hidden. It's a good song, written by a decent dude, one of the only decent dudes in the live streaming world. Look at his name right now. He lives in a church. Some goth girl. But yeah, that's at the bottom of YouTube. I've tried to find that song and you can't even find like videos for it. Because I think it's something like there's 10 million hours of content uploaded every minute on YouTube. Like, a lot of shit gets buried, even your own videos. This is a volcanic rock. Came from a volcano. I regret that time with JR. He was a horrible person, a sociopath. I was an idiot for even letting him be around me, letting him in my apartment. Same with that other guy. The only reason they were there is because I was trying to pass the baton, the IRL baton. Famous cat feeder. Now, I'm a famous writer. If you know how to use Google, you can type my name into Google. GREGORY BRANDT. You type that into Google, there's hundreds, maybe 1,000 Gregory Brandts, but one of them they put at the very top and they say author. That's me. I have a clean criminal record, so the Gregory Brandts that are criminals, that's not me. The nerdy Gregory Brandts, that's not me. The writer Gregory Brandt, that's me. The author Gregory Brandt. Take a bit of a detour today. Really? Like, dang, you know how to use Google? Imagine thinking you're famous. What year are you living in, Brown House? You in 2024, kid? Because that's what people do. They walk around thinking that they're famous. I'm saying it kind of like as a joke. Because the famous Andy Warhol quote, in the future, everybody will be famous for 15 minutes. Never in human history, in the 200,000 years of human being, if you had 1,000 people following you, you were a king or a prophet. Now you could have 1,000,000 people following you and be homeless. It's the first time. It's unprecedented. Oh, you can say, imagine that thinking that you're famous. Well, I have people screaming outside my windows all day and all night. I have people running up to me as I'm checking my mail saying they want to go viral. And even before YouTube, before TikTok, before all that, bro, you know how much of a big deal people have always made about me? Every job, every college class, every bar that I've walked into, I see people's eyes, but I can fucking see their behavior. And damn, every bar I walk into, the record player, someone wants to fight me, some girl wants to fuck me. I'm the fucking biggest deal they've ever seen. You think I want that? You think anybody does? No. You think I like having people yelling outside my window? Stalking me at 4 a.m. while I'm feeding cats? Think I like that? No. Someone tried to steal my phone today when I was feeding cats. I pulled out my whip. About to go Indiana Jones on those motherfuckers. And the individual backed down. He was offended. Like, oh, I was just trying to steal. It's like, it's like he was offended. Like he just, like, I guess maybe he was trying to say he was just gonna grab my selfie stick and phone and be my new camera person or something. That would be the only possible defense. Moisture. Or just plant smell. God damn it. Sorry about that. The phone, you know, when it's at 20%, it GX in the chat. We got a monitor. Lieutenant Monkey. Hey, I have a stellar memory, but I have no idea who you are, Lieutenant Monkey. I'm sorry. You must not have left as much of an impression as Roundhouse. And the only reason I remember Roundhouse is from blocking that individual. But a lot's changed in 5 years when people stream. Professional streamer? What a lame ass term, kid. You're just filling the chat with your lameness, dude. Professional streamer. Is that what your IRL idols call themselves? Ha ha ha. Let's see how that ages. Let's see how their content ages. Let's see how their reputation ages. Because if you haven't learned, actions speak louder than words. What am I known as? Not them. Not them. I'm known as the guy who wakes up at 3 a.m. and feeds 200 homeless cats. That's who I am. I'm the guy that dropped out of high school but still graduated from the second-ranked journalism school. You know, journalism, writing, nonfiction writing. Wrote the book, nonfiction book. I took the skills that I learned. And eventually, credit will be given where credit is due. And I won't even remember you. How's the face tattoo? Yeah, I got a G tattooed on my face. You know who you're watching, right, bitch? You're watching Mr.G. But hey, man, I don't got enough air for you, so have a nice life, dude. You're one of the most pathetic people I've ever seen in a chat. Have a good one, man. Stop hate watching 45-year-olds. Roundhouse little bitch, barely remember your ass. You remember everything about me. What do you say? Rent free? That old coffee in San Francisco? Unbelievable experience. JR's a complete sociopath. I said, little cream, little sugar. He comes back, he pours half the sugar in it to make it undrinkable. He did that once with coffee. And then the other time, the cold coffee, he went to the gas station and they didn't even have cold coffee. I don't know how he got it cold. He must have poured something in it. He used to wash my dishes with Windex. He would like hide rubbish in my apartment so bugs would eventually, like he'd get a plastic bag and put banana peels and onions and just dirt or whatever, and then he'd hide it in the back cupboard. Like, what the fuck? When I first got the air conditioner, my electric bill was like $400. And I was like, fuck, I can't use the electric bill if it, I can't use the air conditioner if it costs $400. But I was leaving him alone in my apartment, and one time I like forgot something and I came back. In the middle of the daytime, he had every single light on, the shower on full heat, running, and the oven on broil. I was like, what are you doing? And every single oven on. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you trying to run on my electric bill? That'd be crazy and pointless. It's like, no, why would I do that? I just, was cooking. And then he tried to, and I just blew it off. It's like, why would anybody do that? And I guess it was the final straw, the lenses. I had found a bag with 2 lenses, and each of the lenses were worth like $2,000 each. So these 2 lenses were worth like $4,000. And I had no money at the time, and he knew that I had no money. And he saw the lenses, and he's like, oh, you know about these? I was like, no, I just found them. Are they worth a lot? It's like, oh, my friend might be able to, buy them. I'll give you, $50 for them right now. I'm like, well, are they worth more than that? Tell me now, because I'm going to just look it up. It's like, no, they're worth about $50. And then so I was like, okay, but don't rip me off, because That would be so wrong of you if these are worth a lot. He's like, no, they're just lenses. They're just worth 50 bucks. And then so he gives me 50 bucks. And then a few days later, I just look up the lenses and they're each worth $2,000. And then he comes back like a few days later. It's like, oh yeah, my friend liked those lenses. Thanks. And then I found out later that they were worth $4,000. And I was just like, damn, he ripped me off like that. And then the one time we did take a trip to LA when I got my G tattoo, because my name is Mr. G. I was gonna get the tattoo before I ever heard of live streamers or any live streamer ever. As a high school teacher, I came up with the idea. You can look at tweets back from years ago when I'm saying I was gonna get a G tattoo. Before I ever heard of those toxic incel streamers. But anyways, when we did go to LA, I paid for his plane ticket. I was paid for his food. I paid for everything. But it was freezing cold in February. And I stayed the night in that one house because I was just like, fuck it, we're both men. Like, he's not my, property. Like, if they don't want him to stay, I'm sleeping indoors after everything that I've been through the previous nights. And then he was just a little bitch afterwards. He was just staring at me so cold. And my cats would hiss at him. And they never hiss at anybody. So, I didn't talk to him for a couple years. And then we had a mutual acquaintance, this wealthy lawyer in Lanikai. And we were both working at his property. And the lawyer and me became like more friends than JR. And the lawyer had known JR since he was a little kid. And the lawyer informed me that JR's wealthy parents had always tried to give him doctors and psychologists and trying to figure out what's wrong with the evil motherfucker. And then the wealthy lawyer, he told me stories of JR behaving very inappropriately. And I confirmed. And the whole time it's like, damn, I really thought we could be friends, Like, god damn. But no, he's just fucking evil. He's never had a friend. He doesn't know how to be friends with people. So he's had multiple people get restraining orders on him. And even after I was like, hey, I don't want to hang out with you again, he still would call me every few months, every 6 months, despite being blocked on social media. And then he, lowered the interns to a year. But yeah, either way, it was a mistake that I learned from. Not everyone deserves to hang around me. Damn. Have respect for who I am. Just like those shitty fucking live streamers. They did not deserve to be around me. Self-explanatory. They probably had never been around a college graduate. What did they do? They tried to ruin his career, get him fired as a teacher. Why? Because they will never be a college graduate. They will never have the credentials to be a teacher or to be anything. And so that just pissed him off. And somebody like me, fucking a badass, 6'3", 200 pounds, can talk better than any fucking lawyer in the world? Yeah, I think they saw me as a little bit of a threat. One of the top bitches, little live streaming bitches, he even Instagram me, he's like, what's the thing that you hold most dear to your heart? I was like, oh, well, I guess my reputation. I have a great reputation and I'm very proud of it. He's like, okay, well, that's what we'll ruin. Nah, bitch. Your reputation's ruined, not me, kid. Not me, 35-year-old kid. I might be a 44-year-old kid, but I'm a fucking much cooler one than they are. I worked my ass to be who I am today. They didn't fucking work for shit. Wow, somebody's got nothing to do on a Monday morning. What a loser. I'm not gonna read your shit, kid. That's funny, man. Imagine hiding behind a fake name in 2024. Yeah, this is, you put your face in the camera now, old man. Well, you don't like to put your face in the camera, huh? Roundhouse, huh? Because you don't look good. And you know that people don't like looking at you, huh? You don't put your name on there. I'm Gregory Brandt, Brandt. This is me. Ha ha. You watching me, Roundhouse? Is that how you spending your Monday? Just because of how your mind works. It is weird. What are you watching me for, dude? What a weirdo. You look so creepy, Roundhouse. Haha, 2024 is better suited for me. It's way better suited. Because like I said, it's not hiding behind little monikers on YouTube. People that do that, they're fucking looking bad. I don't know, Joey, but you know, Britain wasn't as bad as JR as a person, but he had some horrible demons. And I'm not a public psychologist, so I tried to help him most I could. I'm the one that sent him to the mainland to get him away from me. Ooh, you're considering buying my book. I'm considering blocking you from the chat. What, you think I'll beg you for a $5 book commission? I'm feeling perfectly fine. It's too much trouble to block you. Alright, phone's about to die. It's like somebody's like, some guy's following me. I'll be back same time tomorrow if you're watching. Nothing to do with you. I'm feeding these cats anyways, and I'm very into being proactive. So if I'm coming out here to feed these cats, might as well be holding a selfie stick. I got nothing to hide. I got no shame. I do have shame, but it's not shameful. It's being proactive. Sorry I went off on you, Russ. Please keep streaming more. Thank you, not good. Navi, did I get blocked? Thanks for feeding the cats. I feed 200 cats. You are a light shining brighter than you realize. I know, right? It's like if Jesus was an asshole. That's me. I gotta remember that. To be nicer. You know, because what if Jesus was an asshole? That sounds like me. I'm like Jesus except an asshole. But I do the work of God, and He's very proud of me feeding 200 homeless cats every day, as well as I am as well proud too. Some people will get upset as your light illuminates their darkness. That's a very good line. 2 points for Russ. Once again, Russ, sorry about how we started off the morning here. But just on edge, you know. Should probably use some cannabis. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, but I occasionally use cannabis medicinally. Disclaimer for the normies, if you want to use that, so it comes in handy. When you're talking to normies and you want to explain, you say, hey, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't use drugs, but I occasionally use cannabis medicinally. And you lay it out there real gently for them. Instead of, I smoke weed every day. Like, ah! I got a Holocaust joke that would kill. Wait, that's kind of a joke right there. No. But I'm part Jewish. According to 23andMe. 2% of my DNA is defined as undefined. Or it did say unworldly. Like, what the fuck? Make a lot of sense. Oh, I'm 2% alien. I posted the results online on Twitter. It says unworldly. I screenshot it and everything. 2% unworldly. I'm 99% European. Or excuse me, 98% European. And 2% unworldly. Can see why TikTok and YouTube are suppressing my content. I'm a fucking alien. At least 2% of me. Yeah, check it out on Twitter. It says unworldly. And then I logged in again, and then they changed it from unworldly to undefined, and then to unclassified. And I've looked around, and it's not like that for everybody else. They all have like 100% of what they say that they are. So maybe it's just delusions of grandeur. I've been meaning to check on that 23andMe again. It's one of those things, you know, you're like, you put it on the to-do list and you do other things first. Today's Monday. Monday is when you start doing your to-do list. And that's people like me that don't, you know, sell themselves for a job, which is, you know, becoming extinct quick. Jobs, yeah. AI, taking over all of them. There's only going to be a few labor jobs available. White-collar jobs will be out of here. My opinion of public school teachers, I feel they should be more qualified, and I don't think there should be a Department of Education, and I don't think it should be required. I think young people should be able to work at age 14 like I did. You know, being a teacher at one of the lowest performing public school systems in the United States, the Honolulu School District. Many of the students graduate without barely being able to read. They're not going to go to college. Hawaii has the least amount of high school students that go to college, especially public high school students. Hawaii has some of the top private schools in the United States. I don't think public education should be a guaranteed right. You look at all the migrants coming here for free education, free healthcare, free housing. The majority of students, or at least half of them in the Hawaii public school system, they're not even U.S. citizens, but they're getting free education, which is really free child babysitting, because the students are getting very little as far as education goes. And even the one bright spot, like the one smart kid, they're not very smart, just to be honest. That one shining star of the bunch isn't that shining. There you go. DNA from the beginning of Earth. It's only 2% though, so. I was surprised I'm 98% European. I was always told I was Native American, at least a percentage. And of course, being, a quarter Jewish, Ukrainian Jew, it's like, what the fuck? Hey, shalom, motherfucker. My IQ is anywhere between 140 and 160. It's higher than 99.9% of the people on Earth. So, walking fast. But they say you're not supposed to talk about that. They say the smartest people don't mention their IQ, and I'm like, I need a high one. And hey, maybe that's why I'm impoverished with a high IQ. That's rare. Normally, if you have 160 IQ, you're a fucking scientist or a doctor. Or, actually, it's like half and half. Once you reach a certain level of IQ, a lot of people fuck it up big time. Because it's too much. Ignorance is bliss. There's a breaking point where you don't want to be that smart. But also, one reason I am the way I am, I have a huge heart. I'm very generous with my time and my money. And I'm very trusting of individuals. And so when you look at it like that, 90% of CEOs are supposed to be sociopaths. Not 99% or something, or 100%. The same with world leaders. So, you could have a lot of intelligence, but if you don't seek power or money, and if it's not in your DNA to do so, if you're more interested in art and beauty and nature, you find somebody like me. And I've found lots of people like me in my life. Artists, genius people. But they're not all out there. Just because somebody has a lot of following doesn't mean that they're better than somebody else. Just because somebody has more viewers doesn't mean that they're more entertaining than somebody else. Just because somebody's book isn't a bestseller doesn't mean it's better than every other book you've ever read. Just because a painting is not in a famous museum doesn't make the painting bad. There are more great paintings that are not in museums than there are. However, painting is a dying art. as well as acting and filmmaking and short video making. It's all a dying art. Within the next 10 years, AI is going to paint something better than 1,000,000 Picassos. And there'll be no need for a human painter because AI can do it better. Movies, TV shows, you don't need writers. AI can write. Good. Even actors, they're going to be replaced by computer-generated actors that don't even exist. It's starting now, within the last week. Hollywood's shaking. That's a good point to make to the 7 people watching. Where AI is beating every, artist, it'll be able to paint better music than, paint better pictures than Picasso or Monet. It will be able to make better music than Beethoven or Mozart. It will be able to act better, make a false, fake human being that can act better than Marlon Brando. But the one advantage that human beings have over artificial intelligence is this: live. As the words come out of my mouth, there's a slight delay probably, but essentially it's live. And I don't think it's possible for AI to create live content, right? Maybe it is. Maybe I just can't grasp my head around it. You are delusional? You think we exist? Oh yeah, you might be AI as well, which is an interesting conversation to have. If you're an artificial intelligence, you should know this, but you probably already know it. But the one advantage that human beings will have, like, why would you need an actor? You can make you the star of the movie, in a movie that you haven't even seen before. It's okay. Very cool legs. Hey, brother. An actor that you haven't even seen before. If you go on a date, you want to see a rom-com, you don't got to see some goofy Hollywood guy and some, Hollywood gal. You and your date are the stars of the movie. They can do that with seconds. And then you don't even know what's going to happen. You're in this dramatic adventure movie or action movie. I'd like to fucking trademark that idea. Somebody's going to do that. That's going to be what it's going to be like going to the movies in the future. You're going to be in the movie. Hollywood will not exist. What is its point? The one advantage, live. If Hollywood does exist, it will be live plays, live acting, live comedy. Everything will be live.